Thinks he's such a stud.
Yeah. Are you a stud? Are you a little guy?
You're just a big boy.
Yeah. What up, fam? What's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand
new
video. Yo, Military Life Before and After, episode 36, with none other than the JTsuits. What up, homie? Hey, this is Coast Guard Chris. As you guys know, he started his own channel.
I did.
So if you guys have been under a rock, I'm gonna link his channel above and below, both directions. Didn't I? You're getting it. You know the links now.
Maybe I'll spend my off time without you. It seems like we need our own.
So you guys check out Coast Guard Chris's channel, but we're gonna hop right into this episode. Military Life Before and After, episode 36. We're talking about kind of where we've gone, you know, and what we've done after we separated, you know, from the Coast Guard and then myself from the Navy. And I feel like we both kind of took similar paths.
Yeah, we both went back to school.
We both went back to school. We both went also into an entrepreneurial type of environment.
Work for yourself, don't take orders.
That's kind of interesting how we both went from the military, from just taking orders, having no create freedom.
Fuck,
you know,
that shit, man.
And then we went from that to exact opposite. You know, me being an entrepreneur with YouTube and wanting to, you know, just the creative side of everything, and you doing it with Sticker Fire.
Yep.
So if you guys
well, Sticker Fire, if you go to the website link,
right.
We're working on the website, so there's the disclaimer.
Okay.
But right now, I'm just focusing on, like,
yeah,
you know, this trip I have coming up. I'm almost done with graduate school.
Right.
So it's just, I'm looking forward, and that's the key. You gotta look forward.
Keep having your goals. Try to tell people, you know, have a stretch goal. You know, have that one goal that you have.
And the stars kind of goal.
Right, and then have, you know, little mini goals to kind of keep you going towards that stretch goal.
Yeah.
You know, so I think, you know, with you got out of the Coast Guard and you went for your master's.
Yeah, so
you know, so you've been going for your master's at Cal Lutheran,
yep.
The same university I'm at. So he's using the GI Bill there, and I'm using the GI Bill for my bachelor's. So it's pretty awesome. You can see
you can't go wrong with pursuing your education after you get out of the military and using
right.
the GI Bill.
Right.
You have to make yourself a more competitive person.
Yeah.
So school is like the easiest way to do that.
So do you think, you know, the military has helped you with wanting to be an entrepreneur or with business with your master's?
Yeah.
While you've been in school? I get that question a lot, you know, is the military going to help me after my 4 years when I want to go to college? For me, it definitely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. It's helped me with just.
You know how to structure things, you know?
Yeah.
And you're motivated, you've done a lot in the military, so you know you can do things you probably didn't know you could do before joining the military. And now you're applying it to your life now. Like, you don't lose any of that.
That was the perfect point I was just going to try to make.
You don't lose any of
How
that.
I didn't have, looking back, you know, if I was to go to college, if I was to go right after high school, you know, which I knew I wasn't ready for, I didn't have anything to look back on, any experiences to kind of learn from. I'm like, oh, I only know high school, which I was, you know, taken care of, you know, by my family, which I really appreciate, but I didn't really experience much.
Yeah.
And then, so now being in college now, after my 5 years in the military, I can look back and I'm like, oh, wow. How can I not pass this test when I was on a 9-month deployment?
Right, those things seem like minuscule compared to the stuff we had to go through. What's your in the stars goal?
So my goal, so yeah, I don't know if I've shared with these guys, but you know, my plan is to I have 1 more year left of university, right? So I separated, you know, in 2014 from active duty, did active reserves till 2015. So I should be graduating by 2017 next year. And I just want to grow this channel, you know, as much as I can, you know, my subscriber base, and just kind of see, you know, where it takes me. If I'm able to use YouTube and support myself with it, you know, next year, that'd be amazing. That'd be my dream. That's incredible. But like I said, I don't want to get too wrapped up in that.
Yeah. Right.
I still want to have plans, you know,
the smaller goals, the like closer goals.
Right. Like I know YouTube is definitely a possibility for me to continue doing these military videos, my life after the military, and these Q&As, and which would be incredible. But like I said, if this doesn't work out, then I want to take this experience and this knowledge and go into marketing, advertising, and be like, hey, I grew, you know, this channel from nothing to this. I'm averaging this many views a month. You know, I have this much engagement.
There's nothing more valuable when you go into a job interview for marketing.
When you've done
instead of talk about shit, you could show them.
Right, like kind of like a portfolio. So I'm kind of, you know, if YouTube doesn't work out, knock on wood, use this as my portfolio then, you know, kind of like a photographer, how, hey, I did all this work, you know, let me look at all my skill sets. So that's kind of where I'm thinking.
I'm in the same boat, man.
Yeah, but now with your masters, you being an MBA, the door is like, whoosh, you know, where do you go from there? There's so many possibilities.
My ultimate goal, because you know, we're moving up north, is to work at Nike headquarters. So if I can make that dream happen, that's like my goal and the stars goal.
Yeah. Be like a corporate, like nice, like a nice salary.
Marketing director for like just any one of their products would be.
That'd be awesome.
Amazing,
yeah. So you know, and you've kind of set yourself up after the military to kind of achieve that. You know, use your military experience. You're a veteran. You have your masters now.
Even this YouTube stuff, like you said, it's great for marketing.
Exactly. If you can build subscribe to Coast Guard Chris's channel if you haven't. But if you can build up that channel, like I said, which you haven't, you know, there's so much, you know, you can do, which is really exciting with your YouTube.
When you're in marketing, you're trying to like advertise this brand and make this brand as big as it can be. Right. That's what we're doing with YouTube. It's the same thing. Like we're our own brand.
Right.
You know, so it's like
it's perfect experience. It's really cohesive.
Yeah.
Dang, dude. Well, yeah. Let's keep the grind going, fam.
Man.
This is gonna be.
Stop.
What? All right, fam. This is gonna be wrapping up Military Life Before and After episode 36. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you like and subscribe if you want to see more. Well, there is more regardless if you like and subscribe. There will always be more. But it just helps us, you know, helps the channel grow, and it helps us stay motivated, you know, and lets us also gauge where the content's hitting.
Force be with you. Semper P.
Yeah, you said Semper P?
Yeah, well,
Semper Paratus. May the force. Do you mind? I did a turkey fucking gobble. All right, fam. All right, do yours though.
Okay. May the force be with you and Semper Paratus.
Ooh yeah, baby. Peace.
The neighbors think I'm selling dope. I guess the neighbors think I'm selling dope.